I'm nervous. I asked you guys to send in some assumptions that you had about me. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and I feel like this is what you guys want to see. So I posted on my Instagram, follow me if you don't already, at Bybel, to send in some assumptions, and there's already hundreds, maybe thousands. I was purposely not looking because I kind of wanted to just like go through and then give like my honest first reaction slash answer, and I'm probably gonna need to call my therapist after this. Speaking of my therapist, I've been doing therapy for over 3 years now, and it's probably one of the best things that I could have done for myself. I was always the type of person where I was like, I got it, it's under control, I'll handle it. And through therapy, I realized that that was just kind of like a defense mechanism. Instead of like pushing everything down and holding everything in, I learned that expressing it, letting it out, and dealing with it instead of like masking it was much better. So that, along with so many other things that I've, shared here on my channel as well, I have learned through therapy, and it's just honestly amazing, and I highly recommend it to everybody that I know, and I am also recommending it to you guys. So if you feel like something's interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, regardless if you have a clinical mental health issue, whether it be depression or anxiety, or you're just a regular human going through life's ups and downs and struggles, therapy has so many tools that can really help you get through and also approach life in a different way. So that's why I'm so excited to talk about today's sponsor, BetterHelp. I have talked about them in many videos before. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. This is a really important mission because finding a therapist that you love can be really hard, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. BetterHelp is a platform that can make finding a therapist so much easier because it's online, it's remote, and by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can connect you with a professional therapist in as little as a few days. It's so easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. You can go to betterhelp.com/Carli to get started. So by clicking the link below in my description box, it'll get you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp, so you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. If you don't really feel fit with the therapist that they connect you with, which is definitely a common thing with therapy, I've been through 3 before I found the one that I love the best. You can easily switch to a new therapist at no additional cost without stressing about insurance or who's in your network or anything like that. So again, therapy for me has been such a game changer, and I feel like I am now viewing life with new eyes, and I have nothing but positive things to say about it. It really made me take a look in the mirror and start digging deep to really connect with the person that I am and who I want to be in the future. It's like a constant learning curve. So again, if you're struggling, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. You can go to my link at betterhelp.com/Carli. Now let's get into your assumptions about me. I'm nervous. Let me drink my coffee. Let's see, guys. There's always some good ones. Oh my god, I'm scared. All right. So as usual, you guys know I go to the first question slash assumption. So let's just go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so my first assumption is, I'm not gonna say names because some of them are gonna be, I'm sure people don't wanna be named, but this one's a good one. I love that this is the first one. The assumption is you're bringing out your own makeup line. So I feel like at this point I've kind of hinted a few times, and a lot of people have been kind of calling it out and like knowing, because I've, hid a lipstick, hid a lip liner, mentioned an eyeshadow palette if you guys saw my latest video. So yes, that assumption is correct. I am coming out with my own makeup line, and it's gonna be announced, the full video, very, very soon, within the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. I have been working on this forever, and I am so unbelievably excited. That is all I'm gonna say on that topic because I keep teasing you guys and it's annoying at this point. Another assumption is you're secretly dating the bartender from Italy. No, definitely not. That you're back together with Brett, or you want to get back together with Brett. No, that is also a false assumption. That I'm afraid of commitment. So my initial reaction is no, because as far as relationship wise, I'm not afraid of commitment. I would like to say that I am very picky, especially now, and I have very high standards now of what I expect in a relationship. So I will not commit until I feel I am. Of course, they're here to cut my lawn while I'm filming in my car. And the only reason I'm in my car is because I feel like every other video like this I've done in my car. I can see why this would be an assumption, because How many houses have I had? Like, I feel like I have commitment issues in other aspects in a way. Like, for instance, my house that I'm in now, like, I just started furnishing it because I don't know if that's the proper word, commitment, but it's like when you, like, when I would, yeah, I guess that's commitment. Like, if I would commit to buying this design, like, am I gonna love it still when it arrives, or something like that. But as far as relationships, I am not afraid of commitment. Like, I feel like I will be the best wife one day and committed. I just know I will, because when I finally do settle down, just know that I'm ready to commit. That I've hooked up with over 100 men. Absolutely not. There's no way. That I smoke weed. On occasion, I have like a little weed pen that I sometimes will smoke before bed. I used to smoke a lot more, believe it or not. And then once I had Lorenzo, I really stopped for a while. And then just recently, sometimes before bed I will, just like hit the pen. That I'm a very private person. I am definitely a private person when it comes to sharing some certain things on the internet. Like, I know I try to share as much as I feel comfortable with you guys. But I feel like as far as my friends, like, they know everything about my life. Like, they are the first people that I'll go to tell everything to, as well as like my family. So I feel like in my real life, I do share a lot with the people that I'm really close with that I can trust. But I just feel like as far as the internet, like, as much as I really want to share so much with you guys, I just always worry about hurting other people or having other people have to deal with something that maybe they deserve, but I don't know. It's just, I struggle with that a lot, because I know, you know, there's a lot of people on the internet that share everything, and it's not good to only share the good, but I just feel like I can share my lessons and I can share what I've learned, but it's really hard to share like personal information, because if you guys only knew, like, it's like really tragic, some of the stuff that I went through, and I don't know, I just don't feel ready yet to share it. So yes, I guess I am a private person, to narrow that question down. That I am still surprised with my YouTube success and fame since you seem so humble. I definitely am. I feel like because I live in New Jersey and I live like a very normal life majority of the time, that it still like surprises me when someone like will come up to me like, you look familiar, or I know you from YouTube, and it's so amazing. I love it. I think it's so awesome when you guys come up to me, but I do still like forget that I have like so many followers and stuff online, because again, I do live like a pretty normal life for the most part, and I really don't get out that much. That I try my hardest to stay positive no matter what life throws you. I would say that assumption is true, and I always thought it was like a really, really good quality, which I think it is, but through therapy, I actually learned that it's kind of like, it's kind of like a way to mask how I'm really feeling, and like really like living in my feelings, and I'm trying my best now to like feel my feelings more, instead of just kind of pushing them down and being like, everything's fine, everything's gonna be okay, and like not feeling and not allowing myself to feel how I'm feeling, if that makes sense. So yes, but I don't necessarily agree that it's the best way. It's definitely good to be a positive person, do not get me wrong, but it's also really important to acknowledge and honor your feelings and go through them as well. That I low-key wish I was a girl mom. No. I mean, I obviously really want a girl, and I know I'm gonna have a girl, but having Lorenzo, like, I can't even begin to explain the obsession and the love for this boy. Not gonna lie, when I found out I was having a boy, I was like, there was a little part of me that was like, because I just always saw myself having a girl, but now that I have this amazing, beautiful boy in my life, like, I would not change it for the world. But I guess that's probably everybody, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of assume you want one, and then once you have it, there's no, like, even remembering what life was before them. That my pregnancy was a surprise. Yes, it was a surprise. That you're a freak in the sheets. Please block out my name if you post on YouTube. I'm dead. I don't even know how to respond to that. I like to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? That I prefer a peaceful life with family versus being very famous. Definitely a true assumption. I love my normal, regular life, and I know that sounds like a contradiction, but yes, I do prefer a more peaceful, regular, normal life, and it's nice that I can kind of have a little bit of both, because I feel like when I was younger, like, I always wanted to be famous. Not that I am I don't consider myself famous, by the way. I consider myself well known in the beauty industry, but it's nice to have a little bit of both, because I think a lot of people want to be famous. Like, I think that's a goal for a lot of people. Like, when I was younger, you know, that was definitely something that crossed my mind. But growing up during the time that I did, and seeing what fame did to people, and still seeing what fame does to people, like, I'm really happy that I'm able to, like, have a taste of it, but then yet still live my normal, regular life, because I would probably have gone crazy already, and it's really hard having people judge you. I feel like I've built a really good community of, like, loving, beautiful people, and I'm so lucky. Because it can get really hateful out there, and I don't know if I would be able to handle it. I have severe anxiety, social anxiety. I never classified it either that way, because I swear my whole life I was like, I don't have anxiety. Like, I don't even know what it was. Now I can honestly say that I realize that I have such severe anxiety in so many aspects of my life. And I think acknowledging it and coming to terms with it has helped me work through it. Yeah, I could not handle being famous and being followed and all of that. So let me get the package. Hi. Do I have to sign for it? No. Do I have to sign? No? Okay, I'll grab it. Thank you so much. A little package delivering. Sorry, guys. I heard you own a yacht and 2 Lambos. Where's this yacht at? Where are these Lambos? I do not. This one gets me every time. Like, I get personally triggered by this one. That I can't keep a man. I have just want to be very clear about something. My past 3 relationships that I shared with everyone online, I ended all 3 of those relationships. I ended them. So with that being said, I do not believe the assumption that I can't keep a man is true. It's not about not being able to keep a man. So I think a better statement would be that I didn't necessarily have the highest standards for myself, and maybe I didn't feel like I deserved the love that I thought I wanted, or what I thought I wanted I wasn't requiring from a man when I was choosing that man. So no, I don't think the issue is that I can't keep a man. I think the issue is I need to do a better job of picking the right one. Life's a learning curve, you know what I'm saying? That people use me or ask me to pay for things since you're successful. This is something that I feel like a lot of people in my position or in similar positions deal with. And it's definitely something that I've struggled with. I've had people steal money from me. I've had people ask and ask and ask and ask. And again, I know I keep bringing up therapy, but it's just like, it's changed my life. I had no boundaries for myself. So for a while, it was kind of just, I didn't know how to say no, and I was just always saying yes to things I wanted to say no to, and I was definitely taken advantage of so many times in my life. So I feel like I'm finally in a place in my life now where I know how to say no, and I only do things that I feel that I personally want to do, not that I am expected to do. So I think creating healthy boundaries is so very important, and I just learned about boundaries like a couple years ago, and I just started implementing them into my life like about a year ago. So, yeah, highly recommend boundaries, everyone. That I have some A-list celebrities sliding into your DMs. Not many, but there's been a few. And I will say, because whatever, who's seen the new Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift thing? Like, that is huge, and like, you guys know I am a Taylor Swift fan for life, and I actually think they're really, really cute together. A few years ago, actually, though, me and Travis Kelce were DMing, and I would totally show receipts, but I feel like Twitter deleted, I know it's called X now, I feel like they deleted messages because there was DMs with him, and I vividly remember DMing him, but they're no longer there. And then also, Billy Currington had DM'd me before. Those are also not there, which is weird. Who else? Oh, Zane DM'd me before. Anyone else good? Never went on dates with any of these people, by the way. Let me just say that. So yeah, a few, but not many. Then I feel extremely lonely lately. To be honest, I feel like I'm finally in a really, really good place, like mentally, physically, emotionally. I feel like I'm in the best place that I've been maybe ever up until this point in my life. So I am actually not lonely, believe it or not. I'm doing really, really well right now, and I mean it. So for a lot of people have been asking me this, and I see that, but guys, I'm doing really, really well, I promise. That I've gotten surgery or any work done on my face. I have never had plastic surgery on my face. I have done filler, I have done Botox, but I've never done any surgery on my face. That I'm never home. It seems like you're always on vacation. Oh, I love you. Well, I love you too. The problem with social media is like, you guys only see when I do go out or when I'm dressed up, and 90% of the time I'm home. I don't really leave my house most days. So I'm home a lot. It's just, I, only share like the days that I'm doing things, or usually my vlogs are either a vacation or when I'm like out and about doing things, but a lot of the time I am home. So I feel like I'm a homebody and I'm home more than I'm out. That I don't use dating apps. So I actually did have a dating app, or 2 dating apps, but I deleted it because I just cannot. Like, it's so weird. Like, there's nothing past hi, how are you? I don't understand dating apps. I'm only attracted to super fit, hot dudes. I mean, aren't we all attracted to hot, fit dudes? I definitely love a good-looking man. I mean, just can't help myself, I assume you'll be single forever. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. Really, really nice, hun. I assume I won't be, but I have a high sex drive. Oh God, you guys are funny. Yeah, I think I do. That you don't really like to go out and shop. It's always online orders or pickups. Yeah, I am guilty. I really rarely go out. But I do like going out. It's just not often. I think I never realized how bad my social anxiety is, and like, I don't know. I'm weird, guys. That I'm bossy and a diva. No, that's definitely a false assumption. I feel like I am definitely not a diva, and I'm definitely not bossy. I think I should be a little bit more bossy, considering people are always taking advantage of me. I think I'm too nice, and I'm working on that as well, but that's definitely a false assumption. I only got pregnant because my sister was pregnant. Why, like, is that how the world works? Like, is that even a thing? No, that's definitely a false assumption. I value my friends over my family. Girl, Crystal Glass 225. Why are you being so rude to me? If you don't like me, just stop following me. That I've been hurt, but will never expose what someone has done to you. Yeah. Angelo, that I Angie wave when I'm home alone. Angie wave, Angie wave, Angie wave. Love you, Ange. So stupid. All right, 1 or 2 more. An assumption is that I'm a shopaholic. For sure. That's definitely one of my biggest problems. That I have the biggest heart and people take you for granted. Sorry, I was trying to do like some of the negative ones, but that's so sweet and thank you. I do feel like one of my best qualities is my heart and how big it is and how much I want to always do for other people. So I think that is a very true assumption. People definitely take me for granted, and I feel like I don't get why. Like, it takes losing me to realize like how much that these people want me in their lives. And I feel like that's like a struggle that always happens. And I know I always see something where it's like, I want a guy or I want someone to like know what they have the first time around. But I'm also starting to wonder if that's like just not, like, are there guys or are there people that like just know what they have the first time around without having to lose you to know that for sure? It's a question that I ask myself. Okay, so I think that's enough assumptions for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun, a little stressful, but it was fun overall. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe for more videos in the future. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing day, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.